Today's the day, Schlatt. Today's the day that we are going to be answering the question that people around the nation have been wondering for the longest time, and that is, what is the best state? What's the number?
Texas, baby.
No,
Texas.
we're not gonna.
Texas. Everything's
hold on.
bigger in Texas. Everything's better in Texas. The food is better. The women are better. I think that's it, actually. And you know what? No smog. Not a single day has passed when I've been like, oh, there's smog here. I can't breathe. I feel like I can't breathe.
I don't even know if you know what smog is. Do you know what smog is?
No. Have I forgotten about the Alamo? Hell no.
What happened at the Alamo?
I genuinely could not tell you.
Since I knew that this was going to happen, and I knew that you were going to have this strong of opinion of both California and Texas, we are going to wait until last to rate both Texas and California in this United States tier list. Welcome to Chuckle Sandwich.
You know how I always come on this podcast and say something that makes me angry or whatever I'm going through recently?
Yeah. Or something about my situation that you
that
don't approve
just
of.
upsets me.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know something really funny that I think you'll get a kick out of?
Okay.
You know how I was going through that whole Texas blizzard and snowstorm and the freeze that happened last week?
Yeah, I remember that.
I was walking through my house 2 days ago trying to get a can of soda.
Okay.
And
hold on. What type of soda?
Dr. Pepper Zero.
Oh, okay. Fine. Approved. Continue.
I had a huge day in front of me. I was going to go out. I was going to go do some fun stuff with some buddies, have a great time, things that would require me to walk around and like drive and go places, you know?
Yeah.
I walked into the support beam of my couch and my foot shattered.
Oh, no.
My foot is absolutely shattered.
You go to the
Ted.
hospital or something? You go to the
Nope.
doctor? No?
Nope. No.
What is it? Is it just like mangled? It just looks like it got in a car crash.
Well, I'd show you, but I don't want to end up on that Wikipedia.
Yeah, you don't want to end up on Wiki feed.
Yeah, but I will tell you, I'm looking at it right now. It is, the entire thing is bruised. I have at least one broken toe. At least one toe is completely busted. I've been icing it, elevating it, and I can barely walk. And that's been my life for the past 3 days.
Your toe looks like it talked back to Dad.
Wow, that was dark. Kind of like what my foot looks like right now.
Yeah.
Bloodied and battered and mangled and bruised. But yeah, that's what I'm going through right now. I got a broken fucking toe.
Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. And you're also the freeze is over now. Is the Texas freeze over? Is that over?
Yeah, the freeze is over. We sustained loads of property damage. Trees were falling over left, right, and center.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't too fun. But
You know-
hey, we didn't lose power this time. No one died.
You want to hear something great? It actually doesn't snow in California.
Really?
Doesn't freeze. Nothing. It's just this. It's like pretty much the same season all year round. It's like it goes in between. Like, oh, hey, you're in summer, and now, oh, it's a little bit chilly out. Maybe I put a jacket on. That's the two.
Yeah.
Wear jacket or summer.
So here's my opinion on that. I think that's boring. And what we do in Texas is actually really fun, where 360 out of the 365 days in a year, it is sweltering hot and completely uncomfortable and unlivable outside. And the next 5, the entire state shuts down because it goes below freezing.
Yeah, dude, I was in Texas for your first stream back, I was walking around and I was like, why does it feel like fucking Florida outside? And it just like, it was, you could drink the air is how humid it was.
Yeah.
And I think what's hilarious is that you've also complained about Texas in the sense of like, I live in a fucking desert. I fucking hate living in this desert. But then you don't get the one advantage of living in a desert, which is not having to deal with cold weather. You still just get a sliver of that every year.
Yeah, I always get a taste. I'll say this. every year in the 3 years I've been here, we have had a once in a lifetime winter event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are the houses even like cheap anymore?
No. And they're not built for cold weather. So the pipes burst and you have lots of damage.
That's so cool.
Like we had last time. And it's a whole lot of fun living here.
So why are you living there? Why do you live there? Why do you do this to yourself? It's almost a masochistic endeavor at this point.
Dude, I'd live in New York if anyone fucking did it, but no one does.
That's true.
No
Honestly,
one does.
That's one area that I think I could possibly agree with you on, because I do love New York City, and like I wish I
didn't
had
say
like
that. I didn't say New York City. Chambo, did I say New York City?
I would
My
dude,
God.
I'd love to live in New York City. I lived there for a small period in college. I've told you about this, and you know, I think I just really like the walkability. Like, go walking somewhere, like, oh, I gotta go to an area, and you go down and you walking through the streets, and you feel like you're part of something bigger, and like I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not, you know, from the area, but like whenever I was walking anywhere in New York in that short period of time I lived there, I was like, felt like I was on a mission. I had main character syndrome just taking the subway.
Yeah.
So
it's very nice to visit there for a little bit and act like you are the main character, but then you get stabbed or like pushed into the subway tracks, and then all of a sudden you don't really like New York City anymore.
Yeah. How many times does it have to happen how many times you gotta get pushed into the subway tracks for you to be like, oh, maybe this isn't what I want?
Most people only get pushed in once.
Right, because it's their first and last time, because they get hit by the train.
Yeah, they get hit by the subway.
Yeah. I wouldn't let that happen to me. I would stop the train.
You would, with your fat fucking head.
What the fuck?
Hey, let's rate some states, baby.
Okay, yeah. So we got Tucker's back, by the way. He's here as usual. Just to clarify for all you assholes out there, and you guys are hating on Tucker right now, Tucker haters.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Seriously, genuinely, fuck you. Because he's done a lot of work for us today. He's put in the work. He's put in the hours to take what is his, and he's put together a beautiful looking tier list of all of the states of the United States of America. We're going to settle this once and for all. We are obviously the
let's put it this way, Ted.
Yeah.
Who else would be able to give you such an accurate ranking of all of the states in the United States besides two Northeasterners?
That's true. You're right. And because we know that we're the smartest, we've got all of the colleges. I mean, California's got some, I guess. But we got MIT. We got Harvard. Schlatt, you're a graduate. You would know that.
Carnegie Mellon.
Yeah, sounds like a fucking.
Sounds like names their college Mellon, bro.
Sounds like the fucking scientific name for a melon.
Yeah.
Carnegenus melon. Carnegenus melanus.
We got what else do we have? What, Yale? Probably.
Yale.
I don't even know where the fuck
Tufts.
Yale is.
We got Tufts.
Tufts.
We got Cornell.
We got Drexel.
Drexel University? Why are you bringing up Drexel University?
We got Drexel, baby. We got Drexel.
Yeah, we got UMass Amherst. We got
fuck yeah, dude.
We got Ithaca College. We've got Ithaca College. We got
Stony Brook.
We've got Albany Community College. We've got and that's it, actually. That's the only colleges that exist.
We do have the best ones over there. We've got the best people, because I think the East Coast genuinely does have the better concentration of people and drivers. And
the better concentration?
Yeah, everyone's very kind over here. You know, you'll never get like a dirty look from anybody in the Northeast.
You wouldn't. Especially if you've never been to the Northeast, you should go there. And it's interesting. It's if you're not from the Northeast, it's going to be a bit of a cultural shock, because similar to how they do in France, I believe it's called un bise, where you kiss someone on each cheek. So next time if you're greeting anyone, really, if it's someone like a fucking barista at Starbucks, and you're like, oh, hello, you say hello, they'll say hello in Starbucks, and you're like, oh my God, thank you so much. and then you'll be like, I'd like the pink drink.
And they don't talk to you unless you do that. Usually,
yeah, they won't. And if
they won't.
if they are talking to you, most of that's just the introduction. And if you don't, they'll act nice, but you will be shunned if you don't actually follow through with it. So, I can't stress this enough. Next time you're in Massachusetts, New York, fucking New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, anytime you're greeting anyone, you need to kiss them on both cheeks. And then
any state that was a colony. That's just the tradition.
Yeah, any state that's colony. Yeah, so honestly, even more so in Florida, in Georgia, in North Carolina, and South Carolina, and especially Virginia and Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and
especially
West Virginia.
In Pennsylvania, especially where the coal miners are. That is where they are going to be expecting a kiss the most. Trust me, they need it. They need the kiss.
Everyone who clicked on this video is like, start fucking ranking them, please. Jesus
they need a kiss.
Christ.
Pennsylvania is most known for coal miners that love kisses on two cheeks, and especially when they're leaving. This is a cultural specific area. It's kind of like a dialect. When you leave, you give them a big smooch on the lips. Full on.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. With tongue and everything. And actually, one more thing, which is what, it's
called the coal miner.
It is.
It's called
and
miner for gold.
You might be wondering, if you're not from the Northeast, why are you guys waffling on and on about this nonsense and not getting to the point and doing what I actually am here for?
Right.
And not being efficient with your time, And it's actually because in the Northeast, especially, we love people who do everything slowly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is why, you go into a it's almost like offensive if you're getting coffee and they work at a reasonable pace.
Right.
Like we'll get upset. Like,
yeah. I definitely noticed this when I lived in New York City. I think that one of the biggest things about New York City that New Yorkers expect of you is that they want you to enjoy the city. So when you're in an area like Times Square or near the Statue of Liberty, just
walk around aimlessly.
Yeah, walk around aimlessly, stroll. Maybe if you're walking like on a sidewalk or something, people love to see inspiration. So like if you ever see something that you want to take a picture of, just stop in your tracks and turn and just take a photo. And people will go around you. They understand, and they're not trying to get anywhere. Most people aren't really doing anything or have anything going on in their lives besides you. So yeah, I mean that's just sort of. There's a lot of interesting things about the Northeast, so if you're ever going there. But
and if anybody in Times Square especially hands you something, it is customary to take it, say thank you, and walk away.
You say thank you, and if the people that are dressed they sort of look like characters, but they might look a little bit off, those are the official branded trademark characters. They work for the companies that they're made by. Yeah. And if they take a photo with you and they ask for money,
it's like the big inside joke in New York City.
It is.
Like they ask for money.
Yeah,
okay. Like, good one, man.
And it's part of the joke is like you run away. Also, if a guy's handing you a CD and he's like, "This is my new mixtape," you take it, and this is a hard one to understand. If they hand you the mixtape, you look them in the eyes and you say, "Fuck your dreams," and you snap it in half, because it's sort of like a cultural thing in New York City where it's like, oh, we're all trying to work to the top. Let's try to keep each other humble.
Right.
Right. So with that being said, and Tucker, by the way, that's all that tracks, right? Do you think that was?
Yeah, that was
accurate?
all true.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
I can vouch.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. With that being said, Tucker, take us away, baby.
Okay, why don't you guys start with the great state of Idaho?
Idaho. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Idaho. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, dude, great people in Idaho.
People.
I've been there. I'm there every weekend. What?
The first thing that came to my mind is that dude that fucking went to prison for like running over several people in that fucking runaway truck situation. And I know that's the first thing that came to my mind.
I thought of potatoes.
Really?
I didn't think of vehicular manslaughter. I don't know.
Better
That's more of like a Northeastern thing.
You heard about this, Tucker?
I know there was some kind of like serial killer on the loose or something up in Idaho recently.
It could have been the same thing. It could have been like a serial killer driving a truck, and he was just doing it by running people and being like, "Whoops, my brakes failed."
I feel like there's a lot of serial killers around, you know? I don't feel like that's a problem.
Oh, you're talking about this college serial killer, aren't you?
Yeah.
That was horrifying. Okay, Idaho, you're losing points right away with that. Tucker and I, we've driven through Idaho, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Very
Like
hilly.
Montana.
Yeah, we drove through the little sliver in it, and that's really mountainous, and they have like a fucking runaway truck thing every like half mile every time you're going downhill, because the slopes are steep.
Yeah.
Other than
I'll also say this, Ted. I started Googling what is Idaho known for, and it auto-completed to besides potatoes.
Really, is that really what it's known? Idaho potatoes? Is that like a...
Yes, that's where they grow them. All of them.
All the potatoes.
Yeah, that's where they make them.
Yeah.
And I love potatoes.
After Ireland
potatoes
failed.
Potatoes are versatile.
Idaho stepped up to play.
You can do crinkle cut, you can do waffle fries, you can do regular fries, you can do curly fries, you can do baked potato, you can do sweet potato,
There's
you can do
loads
regular
of
potato.
options.
They're very filling in their natural form, and just for that reason, I'm putting it at least a B.
Okay. I'll agree with that. I will want to mention that we are exclusively rating Idaho on the quality of a starch that potato is.
But there is also a sliver of land in Idaho in the national park where it's legal to murder someone.
What?
Well,
You gotta expand.
You never
because
heard
of
that?
certain jurisdictions. Yeah.
I didn't
in that
know
little
this.
What's
stem.
like a
In that little
Yellowstone
stem,
loophole?
there's a national park.
My
there's a
life could have been
loophole.
so
You
much
can-
easier if I had known this.
See, and that's the thing. That's why you hear about serial killers up there, because they get away with it up there.
What do they just like do that thing in from the Simpsons episode where they step in between over the line, like when
Yeah.
they're at four corners?
They do. They take you there, and then that's it.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Seems like a big loophole in the criminal justice system. I don't. How we?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Okay.
Maybe
and for
A
that reason,
for that.
we'll give it a
Yeah.
B. All right.
Okay, how about you guys move on to Ohio? Like they're more controversial.
Yeah, that's laughable.
Oh, average podcast in Ohio. Fuck this stupid ass state. Why do so many people live here? What is in Ohio?
Not
Who the
food.
fuck ever cares about this stupid ass state? I'll give it. Even the fucking joke about it is terrible.
My one memory in Ohio was when Tucker and I stayed at an Airbnb. Yeah, you knew where I was going with this. We stayed in an Airbnb in Toledo, Ohio, and it was a really strange Airbnb. It was, we were camping a lot, but we found a Airbnb in Toledo, Ohio that was like, you can camp out in my backyard. And we were like, okay, we're going to do this. It was like, it must have been like $20-$30 max.
Yeah.
And there was multiple spaces. So we go there and we meet this other dude who's camping out. And he's like, I think Tucker and I, we made a fire, I think. And he like came over and hung out with us. And his name was Moon. And he was from Chicago. And he was biking from Chicago all the way to New York City.
Wow.
Yeah. He was a cool guy.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything else from that, Tucker? Or was that?
No, that's it. That's all I
Yeah,
remember
that's
about
it.
Moon.
But
Average
other than
Airbnb
that,
in Ohio.
other than that, like, especially because of the meme of people being like something only in Ohio, shit like that. Ohio used to be funny. It used to be funny. And then Ohio went mainstream.
Yeah.
People started making the Ohio jokes like it was like they get it. No. Okay? Ohio is a C tier state, if not lower.
I'd put it at D.
Really?
What about Scott
Oh,
DeWaz?
Oh shit.
He was a good guest.
He was.
Does that bring it up
Really
to C
from
for you?
Ohio? Is he really from Ohio?
He's in Ohio now.
Fuck.
He didn't even
Average.
move away.
Average YouTuber in Ohio. C. I don't know. Fuck.
C,
I don't want
okay.
to talk about this anymore. I don't want to hear about this state any
Yeah, now
longer
you
than
feel
I have
bad.
to. Yeah.
All right.
All right, hit up Mississippi.
I get this confused. Mississippi is like one of a couple states in the southeast where I can't tell what it actually looks like. I get it confused with Alabama and whatever's to the right of it.
Highest rate
Yeah.
of obesity in the United States.
Oh, wow. That's not a good statistic, and I'm sure we could find a lot more that are equally as bad. So
yeah, I
maybe
think they also have some issues with their education as well. Mississippi is not a good state. I can't think of like a good thing about Mississippi right now. Tucker, is there something good about Mississippi that could save it from this fate, or is it like, are we just gonna? Sorry to people who live in Mississippi, but I'm sure that you fucking hate it in Mississippi too. I don't know what's going on in Mississippi. Mississippi is where you drive when you're doing a drive from New Orleans. Did we pass through Mississippi when we went from New Orleans to Nashville? I think I really have only, it's a pass-through state.
Oh my God, put it at F and let's move on to the next state. It's been 20 minutes and 25 minutes. And we're on the third state.
Okay, we're working through this.
Speed it up, gentlemen.
Connecticut is the
worst state in the Northeast.
Crappiest state in the tri-state area.
I'm going to have a story for every single one, though. That's the problem.
Connecticut is the crappiest state in the tri-state area.
I've got something to say about Connecticut. I've got something to say, and I'm going to say it right now. Okay?
Say it.
People always talk about Frank Pepe's, okay? They're like,
you
gotta go to Frank Pepe's Pizzeria.
No one's ever
New
said.
Haven. People are saying this.
Yeah, people are saying
Don't
that.
try to tell me people aren't
People are
saying this.
No one's ever said that.
Tucker, back me up.
No, people are saying
Connecticut is the crappiest state in the tri-state area. Dr. Doofenshmirtz should have blown that shit up.
Yeah,
every single city runs along a single road. Yeah. There's one road in Connecticut that goes northeast. Every city is just on that line, and they spread out horizontally and not vertically. Fuck that stupid ass state.
It's I-84 and it's a hell.
My gripe with Connecticut is everybody's talking about how Frank Pepe's the best pizza.
Oh my God!
Can you let me finish my fucking thought?
Jambo, do you know what the fuck Frank Pepe's Pizzeria?
Of course he doesn't. He's a goddamn cat. He can't even eat pizza. He'd probably choke and die. He eats magnets. That's his food. Okay, so Frank Pepe's, they think it's the best thing in the world. Moses, and you know Moses, was like, Ted, we gotta go to Frank Pepe's and get their clam pie. And I was like, clam pie? It's a white pizza with clams in it. And I was like, okay, well, if they're famous for it, surely this must be remarkable. I'm not necessarily a big fan of clams, but okay. We go there, we get a full fucking clam pizza. We sit there, we have like 2 bites, and we are like, this fucking sucks. Ass.
What was the build-up for that? I was already putting it at F. Are we going to spend 20 minutes talking about each state? God, dude. I'm fucking with you. You
bastard. You got me. You got me.
Oh, man.
You got me.
I got you.
You know,
man.
I think that was, I think you actually thought that you hurt my feelings.
No.
I think that was a tactical backpedal.
I wouldn't
because you did. I was about to cry. I was about to burst into tears. Okay?
Yeah.
Because I thought my clam pie story was good.
Clam
pie wasn't good.
Ted, I really hope, and I love you, but I really hope you don't have a story for each state. Because, oh my God.
I might.
Jesus Christ.
I might. I'll try to shorten them, but I might. I've been to a lot of states, Schlatt. I've been to a fuck ton of states. Multiple times.
I haven't. So we'll have a little yin and yang. I could be the devil on your shoulder, maybe.
Okay, yeah. All right, Tucker, what else we got?
Are you okay with the F tier rating?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Colorado.
Sorry, Will Fowler. He's from Connecticut. That's my buddy.
Let's do Connecticut.
We just did Connecticut.
We just rated Connecticut.
Oh, I'm looking at Colorado, and I'm thinking it's... yeah, let's do Colorado.
Dude. Honestly, Colorado, good vibes. I got good vibes from Colorado. Wouldn't necessarily live there for very long. I've been through there a couple times. Good skiing. Red Rock has a good theater thing. The Red Rock, like the amphitheater thing, looks really cool.
Laziest people in the entire country. The weeds already making them real lazy. And second of all, they decided the state would be in the shape of a square.
Honestly,
get a little fucking creative with it,
dude. Yeah, make it look weird. That's what we do over in the Northeast. We like drawing weird lines and shit. We're making our house. We're bordering our houses by piling rocks onto each other. Okay, that's how we separate houses in the Northeast.
Yeah, man, that's fucking awesome. You draw a square. and call it a day?
I do have one thing, though, I have to say.
What?
For me, Colorado has a special place in my heart because that was the first place that I had weed purchased for me. And me and my buddy Ross, who went on the original Rainforest Cafe little trip with me, the video I did, we found the funniest name for a weed strain that we'd ever found.
Okay.
It was called Cheezel.
Cheezel?
Yeah.
Like
the words cheese and diesel combined. And I get this weed and I look at it and it says, this weed is called Cheezel. And for the rest of the road trip we were on, we would be driving and then I would look over to him and I'd be like, hey, Cheezel.
It is a good story.
The dumbest fucking word.
That is
because they are such unappealing words when you really put the gumption into it, and then combining them, you're like, Cheezel.
Charlie would really love that word, but it's
Would
a
he?
shame what happened to him.
Yeah, it is a shame what happened to him.
Yeah. Look, I
put a B.
don't like the square, but the Cheezel story's fun. I think we should put it at a B.
There we go. BBB.
Next
What do we
state.
got next?
Michigan.
No. Yeah.
Dude,
F.
I got one. I got my Michigan hoodie at a thrift store, and everyone always asks, "Are you from Michigan?" No.
No.
The fuck? No.
And how dare you
I got this
insinuate
for-
that? Which is what you're.
$5. The fucking collar is ripped like 10 inches down.
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry, Michigan. What do you got? A lake? Okay. So does fucking everywhere else
every
around that
state.
lake. Yeah, every state. That's true. There's a good point. Every
fucking
state does have a lake.
has a
Okay.
man.
All right. So stop acting like you're the only state with a lake.
Yeah. Bad
Michigan.
people.
Thank you
Bad
very
people
much.
up there.
Yeah.
F.
F.
All right. Okay. What do you think about Georgia?
Connor Eats Pants is from Georgia.
We like Connor.
We do like Connor.
He's our little peach boy.
They do have a good incentive program for filming things there.
Atlanta, very good tax credits, and the location prices are really cheap. It's way better than LA. So it's more. This is a little fun fact about filming shit. It is less expensive to fly the entire crew to Atlanta and shoot there than it is to shoot in LA.
Wild.
You don't care. Okay, so Georgia, it's a B. It's a B.
C. I get
well,
upset
well,
when I see that fucking peach come on at the start of every show. They make you put that on there for filming there, and that pisses me off.
For the tax incentives, yeah.
Yeah, you got to put it. You got to put an ad for the state.
Oh,
at the
honestly,
beginning.
I you know what? I knew that, but I also now I know specifically exactly what visual you're talking about, and I for some reason always thought that was just a production company, but that's just the state.
That's an ad for the state.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
C.
This one might be a touchy subject. Let's talk about Vermont.
Ooh, they got that Bernie guy running things up there.
Vermont is a harmless state.
Yeah,
it's harmless.
A lot of guns there, though. When you think about it, they could do some harm if they wanted to.
They could, and there's a lot of wood, a lot of lumber. All right,
they don't live in cities. I don't think there's a single city in Vermont. They're all like they live in holes and caves.
Vermont is a it's a 6 wood spot in Catan. That's how much wood there is there. You like that, Tugger?
Yeah, that was
terrifying.
good. Green Mountains.
You could never take over that state.
You couldn't. There's no way.
They might be the stronghold of America if we get invaded and the Chinese send more of those fucking balloons.
I think that we could probably amass a very large guerrilla insurgency in the woods of Vermont. And for that reason, Vermont is getting an A for protecting our country.
I would give it A. I would give it an A too. I would.
What about Alabama?
What do we know about Alabama? I don't know if I know much.
I don't know. It's right next to Mississippi. Like I get those three. I get those three screwed up with.
Yeah.
On the map. where you have to like guess all the states. I don't
I'll
know.
tell you one
The
thing.
Mississippi has to touch
Alabama?
the river.
Isn't Alabama where the machine lives? Bama, the wave, something. Roll Tide. Is that Alabama?
I don't know.
There's two of them. There's Auburn and Alabama. They're both in Alabama, I think.
And they both say Roll Tide.
One's Roll Tide, and the other is some other dumb shit.
I'm 90% sure that Alabama has this really weird situation called the machine, where it's like if you went to Alabama, then like you've got an in, or like in like the Greek life and stuff. If you were like in a sorority or fraternity at Alabama, you have an in like politics and fucking other stuff in the state. Like the state is run by this concept of the thing called the machine. It's really weird.
Yeah, there's a wiki page on it.
Yeah, Tucker, you want to read what the information that gives?
It's the machine is the former Alpha Rho chapter of Theta Nu Epsilon at University of Alabama.
What the fuck are you saying? Can we give this state a D and then
I'm
call
telling
it,
you, a
like,
bunch
just
of
go to the
frat
next
boys and sorority girls
Alpha,
are
Epsilon,
running.
Theta. What is this? Aldous Huxley's Brave New World. What are we gonna take some Soma and scream orgy porgy and fuck each other next?
You'd have to go to
put a D
college
and go to the
get
next state. Jesus Christ.
Montana.
Great state.
Good state.
Beautiful state.
Awesome.
I've tried to go there 3 years in a row, but had to cancel every time. First, because of COVID. Second, because of scheduling issues. And third, because my grandma kicked the bucket. So I would love to go there one day. Glacier National Park seems like a great time. I'd love to go on Going to the Sun Road, although they set up a paywall at it now, which is, takes it down a peg. Yeah, it's not free anymore.
Since when?
Since recently.
Well, that's annoying.
Since my grandma
Tucker
kicked
and I have
the
been on
bucket.
Going to the Sun Road, and my dad and I have been on Going to the Sun Road. It's a very, very good drive. I haven't been long enough to do really more than that, but I'd like to go for longer. But I like Montana. One thing about Montana is you're never over in the east of Montana. Eastern Montana is exactly like, it's almost identical to North Dakota.
Great Plains region.
Yeah, it's just all fucking flat shit, and you wouldn't expect that, but it's all flat on eastern Montana. But that doesn't take away from it, okay?
Yeah, that's just like, it's like the
strong
crust.
state.
It's like the crust of
And
the
like-
pizza, you know?
And like, who's doing shit? Like, Montana's a good state. I give it A. I'd even say S.
The first S tier?
I don't listen. Listen.
Are you gonna pull it down to an A?
I've never been there.
Okay.
I would
I'll
like to
settle
go.
for
My
A.
plans keep getting foiled.
Okay.
So
And
once
that's the state's fault.
Yes, and once I go, then we can revise it in a future
We'll come
episode.
back. We'll do a little bit of revisionary stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I love revisionary
Periods.
history.
Yeah. No, I'm glad.
Next one.
Let's do Arizona.
Oh.
Tackle the Southwest.
Okay. So, granted, they have the Grand Canyon. Granted. But what's in Flagstaff? What's going on in Flagstaff? Nothing. You just happen to be there when that canyon, it was like, okay, this is part of Arizona now. Okay? You got high desert, low desert.
Yeah, great. Some water ran through it for a couple billion years.
Yeah.
The fuck cares?
First thing that came to my mind was all that shit was going on in Maricopa County. I don't even know where that is.
I don't know what that is either. And let me tell you, I've been to the Grand Canyon. I was 6 years old. Was not impressed one bit.
You probably didn't even understand what you were looking at.
Did not care for the Grand Canyon.
You were probably too short to see over the edge. You probably were just like looking at looking at the horizon. You were like, "What?
Don't say that."
You're probably just too. You couldn't even see. Like you were.
I could see.
I don't know. You were like, ooh, what's in there? Couldn't see. And you were like, that was stupid.
No, stop that. I could see. I was not impressed. I had a Motorola Razr on that trip, the flip phone.
Thank you for that demonstration.
And I lost it at that trip. I lost the fucking Motorola Razr flip phone at the Grand Canyon. So fuck Arizona. Fuck that trip. I hate it. I don't want to talk about it. It's really
I'll
hot there.
I'll just let him do that. I'll just
hot
let him
and
do that.
dry. Hot and dry.
I've let it happen.
You know those assholes that talk about like dry heat? Oh, it's a dry heat. You won't sweat. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck those
Fucking
guys.
prick.
Yeah, I feel
Anyone
like it's pretty.
anyone who's ever talked about dry heat before can suck a fat chode.
I think it's just because you want the dry heat. You miss the concept of dry heat, or you want it in your life. Don't you want a little bit of dry heat?
I love it here. I love Austin.
Yeah, clearly, I'm so convinced of that.
Talk about New
state.
Jersey.
Let's save that one.
Okay, we'll table that. North Carolina.
Mr. Beastland.
True. I think he runs the entire state. He very well could run the entire state.
He definitely runs the town. I've heard that
Yeah.
like every single person in town knows him, and they worship him like a golden god.
I would too.
Yeah.
I would worship. Never mind.
No.
No.
What were you gonna say?
No, don't say that.
You would
B
worship
for Beast.
What would you worship?
B for Beast.
Yeah.
Jimmy Donaldson.
Okay.
Let's move on to Oregon.
Portland.
Portland.
That's the only thing I know about that place.
Cannon Beach.
Probably. Yeah. Huh? What?
It's just a beach. It's a cool looking beach with big rocks coming out of the water.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have beaches everywhere. Like
Meet
there's- you don't
Crater.
have to go to
Crater Lake.
Crater?
I think Crater Lake
I don't
State
know
Park.
what that is. Every state has a lake.
Crater Lake State Park.
We were
That's what it's
already
called.
over this. Every
They got
state
some.
has a
They
lake.
got some good visuals. That's all I'm saying. They got some good visuals. Now, I'm not claiming anything about Portland. I'm not claiming it's the best place in the world. Okay.
I don't think anyone would.
Where do you want to put Portland? Not Portland. Let's rate Portland. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't really have any
I don't know
strong
anything
opinions about
about it.
Oregon.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's a bit of a pass through state for me. So
D.
okay,
D.
fine.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
How about
How about that?
Maryland?
Maryland. Okay.
Maryland.
Baltimore.
It's right next to Washington D.C. Washington D.C. is
the-
basically in it.
It's the most oddly shaped state.
You're right.
It
We won
doesn't make
some
any
battles
sense.
there.
Yeah.
We won some battles there. What you got any, Tucker, can you list some battles we won there?
The Battle of Antietam. Battle of South.
Don't know that one.
Harper's Ferry.
Never
Williamsport.
heard of
Baltimore.
Come on.
Man, they
you
got
don't
a-
know any
Battle
of
of
these
Baltimore?
battles?
The Mason-Dixon
Yeah,
line
so-
is right there.
Excuse me?
The Mason-Dixon line. It's the line where every state below it was Confederate and every state above it was Union.
Oh, okay.
You just say dicks?
Kind of, yeah.
They were dicks down there.
It's
Yeah,
The
DIX,
Confederates were
though.
dicks.
C.
C. Yeah.
Okay, what about Wisconsin?
Now,
What
Wisconsin.
about Wisconsin?
Now,
bro?
Wisconsin.
What about it? Hold on. What are you doing?
Now, Wisconsin.
What do you mean?
They got
now
the
Wisconsin?
cheese. They got
Mm,
Humberd's cheese in Toma, Wisconsin.
Toma?
And Tucker and I were in Toma, Wisconsin,
Here we fucking go.
and we met a very nice lady at an Airbnb. Her name was Natalie. Tucker, do you remember Natalie?
yeah, I know that.
And she
I can
was-
picture the Polaroid of you with her too.
Yeah, and she was very, very sweet. And they had cheese there, and the cheese was good. I've heard they've got this thing called the Wisconsin Dells, which is like a water park. Other than that, I don't really know.
Milwaukee.
Let's put it this way. Wisconsin has cheese, but Colorado has cheesel.
Okay, so yeah.
So it
All
can't,
right.
it can't be B or
Yeah.
higher.
Yeah, okay.
It would have to be C.
I would rate it below whatever Cheezel is at. So
It's going to a C.
it's a C. Okay. That's the Cheezel scale. Okay, that's what this
Yeah.
is turning into.
Yeah.
Cheezel. Oh my god. And you want to hear something crazy?
What?
I was back in Colorado when I was doing the Rainforest Cafe road trip with Eddie, and we got a joint of cheese.
You got cheesel?
because
You did?
we were back in Colorado, and my friend Grace was also happened to be in Colorado at the time. So when we got dinner, and then we were going around, we were like, oh, we'll stop at a dispensary. We'll get some weed.
Yeah.
And so I choose the closest dispensary on Google Maps. We go there, and we're rolling up, and I'm like looking around, and I'm like, I feel like I've been here before. And I walk up, and I look at the dispensary, and I'm like, holy fucking shit. This is the same dispensary that I got the original Cheezel at. So
they still had it?
Yeah. So I walked in there,
man.
and I got just like I don't think they had actual like flour or whatever. They had but they had a joint. So I got a joint of Cheezel. I got like 2 of them. Wow. And I was like, this is history. Oh, Cheezel. Oh my God. I have multiple Cheezel stories for different states.
Dude, that's crazy. It's like a spot now that you have to go to.
Yeah.
Every time you're going through Colorado, it's like a pit stop. You stop there, you get some Cheezel. It's like on off I-35 to Planet K, where I stop in and jerk the.
Come on, man.
I gotta stop. I really gotta stop.
You do.
I'm giving away a lot about myself.
You are.
That I really should not be giving away.
Yeah, it's like you're stopping somewhere to jerk. You would worship Mr. Beast.
Let's go to the next state.
Let's talk about New Hampshire.
Oh.
This is next to Vermont, and I think Vermont is the better one. So whatever we put Vermont at, let's subtract 3 and put it there.
What?
You want this to be a D?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Dude, they got bike week, though.
What?
They got bike week.
They got bikes in every state.
No, you don't understand what bike week is. Tucker, take it away.
Bike week? I've never heard of this in my life, and I've been to New
Are
Hampshire.
you fucking stupid? Are you stupid?
No one's heard of bike week. Nobody cool goes to
People-
prom,
okay.
Brian D.
Okay.
Put it at D, and let's go to the next state. We've ranked
VHS
not even
reference.
15 states, and we're almost an hour in.
Ted, if you look up bike week, Florida is the first thing that's going to come up. So.
Next one. Oh my God. Next
Florida.
one. Let's speed. We got to speed rank some of these, man. We're
Florida?
running out of time.
Florida, F.
A, S.
F.
S.
Be in the middle.
Florida is an S tier
No
state.
way you can put fucking
Yes, it is.
Florida at S. What are you doing?
Yes, it is.
What? Why?
Florida's the fucking best, dude.
Why?
Fit MC lives there.
It's not about who lives there. It's about the state
Fit
itself.
MC lives there.
They got fucking alligators. They got fucking
Moist
swamps
critical.
That's
will kill you.
cool. That's cool.
They got fucking
They got Halloween Horror Nights.
Cuban Missile
They got
Crisis.
Disney
You heard
World.
of that? Cuban Missile
They got
Crisis?
Disney World. They got Miami.
Capital
S.
of cocaine.
S. Marco Island.
Okay, you got to split it in the middle, so it's a
No,
C
no,
tier.
Schlatt's winning, though.
What? What do you mean? What
I'm not,
what are you
I'm
talking
not
about?
going to
Who's
split it
Schlatt's
down the
winning?
middle if Schlatt's
B.
winning the argument.
Florida's getting B tier because I won that argument.
Okay, fucking DeSantis, he's a piece of
Fit
fucking
MC
weirdo.
lives there. Fit MC lives there, bro.
All right, I'm developing shit. Ready for this? Boom, 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 boom. Processing. Old people go there to die.
Oh my God.
Fucking
Who
God's
cares?
waiting room. It's a fucking
Who cares?
wrinkle fest
Who
over
cares?
there.
They got bike week.
You're
They
more
got
li-
bike
you're,
week.
you're likely to. Oh, okay. Fucking
They
ready for
got
this,
bike
Tucker?
week,
Ready
Ted.
for this? Ready for this? Jeremy DeWitt.
Yeah.
What the fuck
Without
is
him,
that?
Pull it down.
Where would we be?
Pull it down. No, that's not a good thing. Pull it. Jeremy DeWitt lives there. Pull it down.
S-tier.
Stop. Stop
S-tier.
putting it up. Fuck
God
you,
bless
man.
Florida. I love the people of
You
Florida.
should have cut your losses at C, or at B, but you kept going.
Why are we
Sorry.
allowing Florida to be the first S tier thing? This doesn't make any sense.
What's up, Fit Fam? What's up, Fit Fam?
Shut the fuck up. That's not what
Stay
he calls
safe
them.
out there.
He doesn't call them that.
Yes, he does.
He calls them Fit Fam.
He used to.
Delaware.
Tax evasion is the first thing that comes into my head. This automatically puts it
Biden.
at least at
wake
B,
up.
maybe even A. We love a good Delaware corporation in this podcast.
Okay.
Iowa.
I'm steaming over this Florida
Iowa.
rating. I'm still pissed. What is it?
Seethe, man. Go seethe. Go seethe a little bit. Iowa.
Iowa? I don't know. They got Hawkeye. Who cares?
Flyover state.
Flyover
Drive through
state.
state. There's
F.
fucking nothing there.
F.
Yeah, sorry.
Bye.
South Carolina.
South Carolina? Oh no.
Some would call it the better Carolina.
Agreed.
They got Is that where Asheville is?
They got Myrtle Beach, which is such a great area with great people.
They got Paris Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been there. Yeah.
They have Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, which is a community for seniors. Hey.
How does this happen?
Utah.
Interesting.
They got Mormons.
You got Mormons.
Fortunately.
Not much else.
Not much else. You got Mormons. You got, Mormons are really, that's not good. But
Really
you've got
drags you down a
Arches
little bit.
National Park in Moab. And also, you've got this weird guy at a gas station that whenever you're stopping there, he like goes up and he says, "Is anybody going to Green River?" Tucker, do you not remember this?
I don't. Why would I remember this? We've never been to Utah
Because
together.
when we were...
The first time I ever went to Utah, I went to St. George with Tippets, which is in the southwestern corner, to buy a gun.
I've been on too many road trips.
Yeah.
There was a weird guy. I went to a gas station in Moab, Utah, and there was a guy there. And he walked up to us and he said, "Is anybody going to Green River?"
Were you?
Yeah, we were passing through Green River. I wasn't going
What
to
did
Green
you
River,
say?
though. I wasn't going to Green River.
We weren't making any pit stops there.
Also, you've seen the size of the extra cab in my truck, and I already had someone else with me, so...
Yeah. Nah,
So he wasn't coming with us to Green River.
No. And even if you tried, you would have fallen through the basketball, football-sized hole in the bottom of it. Anyways, next stage.
Oklahoma. Okay, well, so what about Kansas, though?
Here's my thought on Kansas. And this is a twofold issue, and it involves another state. You're called Kansas, and yet you let Missouri take Kansas City?
Yeah.
What kind of beta shit is that?
I think
you need to start listening to Andrew Tate and take back that fucking city.
Is it Missouri that has it, or is it...
It's Missouri.
Yeah.
You guys need to fucking man up and annex wherever the fuck that is, because that is yours.
You gotta raise the militia, the state militia from Kansas, and you gotta do something about this. And you gotta fucking tear down that goddamn arch. Tear down the arch.
That's miserable place.
Tear down the St. Louis arch. Sorry, Sneeg.
I'm gonna assume that Missouri is then getting a D.
Sure. Yeah. Wait, Kansas?
Kansas got an E.
Yeah.
Missouri has Kansas City, so it's a D.
Slightly higher.
Yeah,
but
it's
then they
slightly
also
better
have
because
that
it took
miserable
something
arch.
from them.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, Kansas City apparently has a barbecue style. There's like a barbecue variety, Kansas City barbecue.
I haven't
Never
heard
tried
about
it, but I can't
Must
imagine
not be
it's that
relevant.
good. And also, Kansas. Why is the only thing that we know Kansas for Dorothy?
I don't know what that is. You know what? Bring Kansas to D, please, for the Kansas City. Oh, no.
No, wait. But
I was
Mitch
gonna
McConnell,
say,
isn't he Kansas?
dude, I was gonna say
looks like a
Kauffman
turtle.
Stadium for the Royals, but that's a fucking Missouri team because it's Kansas City.
Okay.
Stupid fucking state, bro.
Is-
Keep it at E.
Is Mitch McConnell the Kansas? Is he a senator from Kansas? Because he looks really fucking weird.
I don't know.
Well, he sold his soul.
Yeah, he looks like he sold his soul to like a turtle demon.
He's
And for
from
that, I would-
Kentucky, though. He's from Kentucky.
Oh,
but we
okay.
could use
Well,
this time to analyze Kentucky.
Yeah, put Kentucky like below Kansas then, because Mitch McConnell looks like a turtle. But then also they got KFC.
What are you talking about?
Kentucky.
They got KFC.
What's Kentucky?
They got KFC.
Is that above Tennessee?
Yeah.
Yeah. They got
Because
Hickok
Tennessee,
45.
Tennessee is
Oh, yeah,
like
he's
the
pretty cool.
frying pan that's flipping the Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Right. I think Kentucky's C or B.
Oh,
What? Why?
They got Hickok 45.
yeah.
What's
He's
that?
great. He's a YouTuber. He's an old man who shoots guns. He's 6'7".
You know this guy, Tucker?
6'8".
Yeah, his format hasn't changed in 15 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He also hasn't
Fine.
aged.
Then he smokes pots.
That's cool. All right. Next up.
Let's talk about Arkansas. Let's get that one out of the way.
Is anything in Arkansas, as far as I know? I don't know if anything's in Arkansas.
No, and I feel like I always get it confused with those three. You know those three that I keep talking about?
Yeah.
Don't care about it.
Yeah.
Don't care about it.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry, Arkansas. I don't know. I don't even know what's
They got
in your
nothing.
state. You're F.
Nothing.
Okay.
You're F.
What about Pennsylvania? Let's go back north.
Pennsylvania. Swing state.
Amish.
Boring ass state.
Interesting thing about Pennsylvania that whenever I'm driving through there, I always notice they have an inordinate amount of villes, towns that end in ville.
Yeah, they do.
You notice this, Tucker?
Yeah.
It's very strange. It's like there's like Hooperville and Gooberville and
Philadelphia.
yeah, Philadelphiaville. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. The Liberty Bell, is that even there?
Yeah. And then the miners, they'll do this weird thing where they keep trying to kiss you on the mouth. The coal miners in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Which I think is really strange.
Yeah.
Um,
Don't kiss miners.
Yeah.
Put that at sea at least.
Will you give me some discretion?
No.
Okay, let's do Massachusetts.
S-tier.
We can put it there.
Boom. Birthplace of the Union. The rebellion began in Massachusetts, in Lexington on the bridge.
Ted, let's do a little trade deal here, okay?
Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay.
We've got good seafood. We got clam chowder. We got lobster. We got fish and chips. We got clams, okay? We've got fucking...
I'll make a deal with you.
The Prudential Center.
Make a deal with you. Can I make a deal?
Worcester, Leominster.
You want S tier for Massachusetts. I'll let this slide.
What?
If
What is this? What is this?
you give me full authority
Ooh, okay. Well,
to vote on one state.
To vote
With
one
no
state?
with no fighting, no nothing.
No,
you have to accept it.
no.
Then I'm pulling Massachusetts down.
No. Because
Then I'm pulling
I know
Massachusetts
where
down.
you're going with this. I know
pulling
where
it
you're
down
going
then.
with this. I've
Massachusetts
played
is not.
far too much Age of Empires in the last week and a half in order to not know that you're up to something right now, you little fucking
Massachusetts
bastard,
is
okay?
Not relevant enough to be an S tier state. I'm
It's
sorry.
not relevant.
It simply is not relevant enough. You're known, what, for your fucking sports teams that everyone hates? Like, God, the only people who really like New England are the ones that are sitting in its walls, bro. The rest of us do not care for you guys one bit. You got annoying ass fucking accents. Your sports teams win everything for no fucking reason. They really don't deserve it. And your food
The Boston
isn't
Red
all
Sox,
that great.
the New York, I was going to say New York Patriots, the fucking Patriots, the fucking, I don't know, the Bruins, I guess the Revolution, but nobody talks about them. Fucking
Fuck
Celtics,
is the
okay?
Revolution?
It's the soccer team from Massachusetts.
Wow.
What other things do I think? MIT, Harvard, lots of good schools. Tufts. I think Tufts is in Massachusetts. Fucking, I don't know, Emerson? Northeastern University. What else do we got? We've got fucking great fall weather, okay? The weather in fall is fantastic.
No
You've got
one
fucking,
goes to Massachusetts for the fall weather. You're going farther north. That's honestly, that's the case.
You're going farther north? What are you talking
You're
about?
going farther north for fall weather. If you want nice fall weather, you're going to fucking Maine, or you're going to Vermont, or upstate
Okay.
New York. You're not
Tucker,
going
you
to
gotta back me up
Massachusetts,
here
bro.
with this one. You gotta back me up.
No one likes Massachusetts outside of Massachusetts, man. You need to know this. You need to get outside your bubble. Okay?
First state in the Northeast to legalize recreational marijuana.
Biggest
Okay.
mistake they ever made.
What are you talking about?
They took the
Thank you,
fun out of
Tucker.
it. They took the fun out of it.
about doing crime. Tucker likes to do things illegally, and if he can't do that, then there's no challenge.
I just think everyone in Massachusetts lives in their own fucking bubble.
I would put it at
Really?
A because I have a.
I'm not gonna let it stand for an S tier. I'm sorry.
All
I
right,
can't
I'll
let it
allow
stand.
it to be an A, but I will not allow it to go any lower. But I'll tell you one thing: I'm not giving you a fucking free state to vote, so you can just
You coulda had it.
waltz on over and
You
fucking
coulda,
vote
Ted.
California at F. You fucking dumbass! You
Ted,
think I'm
you
stupid?
coulda-
You think I was fucking born yesterday? I was born in Massachusetts, where smart people live.
It's obvious that is what I wanted to do, but I would have taken it if it meant doing a service to my home state. I would have taken it.
Yeah.
I would have let you vote Texas as an F tier if it meant that you didn't contest me voting New
Well,
York as
here's
an
the
S.
thing. I like,
And I think
Massachusetts.
anybody
I'm not
from
gonna
your home state would have respected you for it, but no.
I'll tell you my logic here. I really like Massachusetts. Not enough to fucking live there though. So
That's
obviously, if it was enough that I'd live there, it'd be an ass. But
Yeah.
it's A, because it is. I fucking still like Massachusetts. I like going home.
Yeah.
But I will not sacrifice that in order for you to get your little win with California. All right, what's next? What do we got here?
New Mexico.
New Mexico? Breaking Bad.
Coolest fucking flag.
Yeah.
Coolest fucking license
Plate.
plate.
Yeah,
A,
the teal.
At least.
Great.
At least.
A, highest speed limit, too. You can go 85 miles per hour in that state.
God bless.
God bless.
What is this? Oh, these are the Dakotas. Let's do North Dakota.
North
You're-
Dakota?
I
Theodore
don't care
Roosevelt
for the
National Park
Dakotas.
is okay.
Is that where Mount Rushmore is?
Yeah, north. Wait,
No, it's not.
south. It's in south. Yeah,
It's
it goes
in
near
Sioux-
Custer.
Yeah, it's in Sioux City in South Dakota. I'll tell you what about North Dakota. The first time I ever broke 100 miles per hour driving in the truck,
Ooh.
and this is just in a video game. We were driving on
No,
a
it's not.
road. We were driving on a road in North Dakota, and I decided to see if the truck could hit 100 miles per hour. No one's on this road, totally safe. This is early in the morning, and we're booking it, okay? And there is a group of birds on the road.
No.
And I say, man, I hope that those birds see this car moving fast enough to get away. They start flying away. One of the birds hit the windshield of the car. It couldn't fly away fast enough. And we saw it fall to the ground behind the truck in the rearview mirror. Do you remember that, Tucker?
Yeah.
It was a little traumatic. We were like, holy shit, we were moving fast. That a fucking bird couldn't get away fast enough? They can fly.
It's always sad when you hit an animal. And
Yeah.
You have to
So that's
look
actually
at
my
it.
one experience hitting an animal, besides like where I was driving.
No. You look at it in the rear view, you're like,
Yeah, it was like I saw it like fall to the ground, like, just like glancing in the rear view, and I was like, damn.
yeah.
So North Dakota, also weird, spooky experience in North Dakota that Tucker had
Or the
that
rumbling.
we've never spoken about. The rumbling. Tell him the story about the rumbling.
What the fuck is a rumbling?
We were sleeping in the truck one night on the side of the road, just because like that's where we stopped for the night, and I kept
Sometimes
waking
we
up.
couldn't figure out an Airbnb soon enough, so we would sleep in the truck. We only did it 3 times.
I like kept waking up to this, like everything was vibrating. I didn't know what
Yeah.
it was, and I think I never figured it out. I don't know if it was just me, but that seems unlikely. I like got out of the truck in the middle of the night and was walking around trying to figure it out. I think it was like fracking. That was my guess, or oil drilling.
It might have been what it was,
Yeah.
but remember, the original thing the reason why you were waking up though.
Oh, in the
is
driver's
that
seat.
I was sleeping in the passenger seat and Tucker was sleeping in the driver's seat, and he kept waking up to the rumbling. But when he would wake up, he kept thinking that he had fallen asleep at the wheel. So and this happened like 3 times to him. So he would wake up, see that he's in the driver's seat, and then like grab the steering wheel.
Yeah, that was shitty.
Yeah, he refused to sleep in the driver's
After
side.
that night,
for the
I was
rest of
like,
the
I'm
trip.
not doing that again.
Yeah, but
So-
as a state, it's pretty. Oh, dude, you know what I remember? There was this one time also that Tucker and we stopped in this one town. It was Scranton, North Dakota, that we stopped in, and we stopped at a gas station, and we walked in, and it was like middle of
Oh, yeah.
nowhere gas station, and there was like a group of like 4 ladies that were like probably the wives of like husbands that work on the farms or something like that, and they were like playing like euchre or something in the in this like shop, and I'm like wearing a like a Hawaiian shirt. Tucker's, like we're not dressed
there.
we are not from there.
No.
And one of the ladies turns over to me and is like, "Hey, hold on a second. Are you John Piston's boy?" And I turn to him and I'm like,
What?
"Sorry?" And I'm like, "Are you John Piston's boy? Are you his son?"
John
no.
Piston's boy?
I don't remember the name.
name's
it was.
irrelevant.
I,
It
it
was like
the
a
name of
movie
the-
scene.
I was trying to think of
I would not be surprised though. That's the most North Dakota sounding name
John
ever.
Piston.
John Piston.
I wish that's what his name
That's
was.
fucking awesome, man.
But
Oh,
I
dude.
turned and I was like, "No, we're from Massachusetts," and she was like, "Oh, what are you doing out here? And we were like, honestly, we're on a road trip. But honestly, I was thinking, like, we don't know at this point. It was like middle of nowhere, like nothing.
It was early
like,
in the
we're
morning,
talking
too.
like
Well,
similar to
was-
West Texas.
It was the Cenex in Scranton, North Dakota, on the corner of 133rd Ave and First.
There you go for your North Dakotans. But
Wow.
other than that, it's an empty state. But I would put it like a C or like a
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
average.
Middle of the road.
pretty cool national park though.
You gonna do south now?
Prairie dogs.
South is below north geographically and on this tier list. So
No,
D.
it's above.
No.
Yeah, I'd say it's
It is
north.
above. It is above.
South Dakota is not above North Dakota.
There's a
That
wonderful
wouldn't make
place.
any sense.
There's a wonderful place that you can go in South Dakota, in Mitchell, South Dakota, along the I-90 West Freeway, and it's called the Corn Palace. Have you ever heard of it?
That doesn't make any sense.
It's a magic
How-
place in Mitchell,
It's
South
below
Dakota.
North Dakota.
There's also a place called Wall Drug. Have you ever been to Wall Drug?
No,
They got free ice water and 5-cent coffee. Okay?
it can't be like this.
Yeah, it can.
It has
and
to
also,
be below.
they've got Mount Rushmore. They've also got the largest statue of a Big Mac.
You're putting South Dakota at B.
Nakey Jakey is from South Dakota.
Mm.
My
He
good
moved
friend
away.
Jakey.
As soon as he could, he moved away.
And they have what else they have? Turkey,
I would say when we drove around that place,
crazy eyes.
we had more fun in that state than almost anywhere else.
Yeah, it has a lot of stories. I'd rate South Dakota as it's a really, like, I think from where I'm from, South Dakota is a fun state to drive through because it is so flat and completely different from where I'm from, which is like, temperate woods. You know, there's a lot of woods, so it is entertaining. If I lived there, it'd probably be a little bit boring, which is why I would keep it at a, where is that, at B right now?
Is that a B?
Yeah, I'd keep it at a B.
We could tie it up
Fine.
at C.
I don't know anything about South Dakota, so I'll let you have this one.
Okay,
Thank you.
then let's move on to Nevada.
This is where people from California go when they want to have fun for a night. So wherever you put Nevada, California has to be one below.
Are you speaking specifically about Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Do you know,
know this from
anything
the
else
David
about
Dobrik
Nevada
vlogs.
besides Las Vegas?
No.
Las Vegas.
Quackity's city is also there.
Huh? Oh, Las
From the Dream
Nevadas.
SMP.
Las Nevadas. I'll tell you one thing about Las Vegas that would pull Nevada down. They use and import so much water. Just like Los Angeles. So I guess that's
Nothing compared to
very
Los Angeles. Nothing.
like way more.
No, LA pulls way more.
So I'm telling you, Ted, California must be one below wherever we put Nevada.
All right, Nevada, fucking S. Checkmate, baby. Nevada's
Honestly,
S.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that because I love gambling. So
Okay. What
we
else?
should
got?
We should go to Las Vegas and vlog.
I've talked
us
to you about
gambling.
that. We
Yeah,
do a
we
Vegas
should
trip.
go. We should go.
Yeah.
Yeah. S tier. S
We
tier.
do.
guys
We do.
could,
Chuckle Sandwich
raise
goes
money
to. We do a
and
video
gamble it
and
away.
post on the channel. Chuckle Sandwich goes to Vegas.
Yeah. Let's do
That'd be
it.
funny.
Illinois.
Comment below if you want us to do Chuckle Sandwich goes to Vegas special.
And Ted puts it all on black.
That would be
And I'll
pretty
put.
fun.
I'll put $500 on black.
Illinois.
Illinois.
Don't really care for this place.
I don't really care for Illinois.
F.
Wow.
Wait.
That was some Tucker hatred right there. I don't really understand that. I wouldn't have put
Wait.
it at F. Would you have put it at F, Ted?
Wait. Illinois is
Chicago.
Chicago. I do like Chicago though. Chicago is good. They got deep dish pizza. They've got. What? What are you doing? What are you doing? Eddie Burback.
Eddie Burback.
You did not just say you liked Chicago because of deep dish pizza. You did not just say that.
No. What I was doing there was I was beginning to list things, but then you started wheezing, and I was
Tucker,
worried about your health.
Leave it at F.
I put it where I put it.
No, don't leave it.
Leave
Don't
it
do
at F.
that. At least put it at E. At least put it at E. Go on.
E.
Sell me on a different state change and I'll move it for you.
What are you talking? What do you mean? What is this? What are you doing?
Doug is taking
I
control
got
of the
authority of the
Steelers.
board
I know
here.
he's taking control of this shit right now. Just put it at E, Tucker. Come on. Well, let's
you
be
have
reasonable.
to trade something.
Why do we have to trade something? What are you talking about?
Move New Hampshire
well-
up one, and I'll put it at E.
No, I will not budge on New Hampshire.
Why? Why won't you budge on
I
New
will
Hampshire?
not budge on New Hampshire. Keep it at F.
All right, let's talk about
All right.
Louisiana.
Sorry. New
See,
Orleans.
Louisiana, I always see it's the three states down there. I just don't get it.
You know, we're past 3 of them.
Yeah. This
It's
is
like
the 4th
the-
state.
I just don't get it. I get confused with them every time. I don't
It's
know
the
which
bottom
one's which.
one.
Do you need like a map or something right now? Because
I don't know.
This is-
I don't celebrate Mardi Gras. I don't know what that is.
Okay. You like beignets? Come on, Bourbon Street.
That's a wet heat down there.
Bourbon makes me happy. So maybe
Bourbon
B.
Street. You go there. You can drink in the street, Schlatt.
Maybe B for bourbon.
B for bourbon. B for bourbon. Thank you. I will say it is a very wet city though,
Smells bad.
and it smells a little weird sometimes. There's like little areas where I don't know if it's like the trash collection is striking or something when we were there, but
No, New York City smells a little weird. New Orleans smells like shit.
Wow.
Let's talk about Nebraska.
Nebraska. F.
Yeah. Okay.
There is nothing in Nebraska.
Now hold on. No, you're right.
Oh, you know what? Absolutely F. Because Eddie and I were driving through Nebraska, and it smelled like shit the whole time. Because we were driving by cow farms, and we literally had to roll up the windows and then cover our mouths, like our nose and mouth, with our shirts because it smelled so bad. The methane or whatever the fuck those cows were eating was so bad that driving by them was like going through a fucking radiation zone in fucking Fallout. Okay?
I've experienced that. It's not fun
It's
one bit.
gross. It was awful. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, fuck Nebraska.
Leave it at F.
Let's move. Are you guys ready to talk about New Jersey?
North Platte has a really good diner though.
Or should we knock out some of the other?
No, let's do it. No, let's do New Jersey.
Okay.
There's a saying that I've said probably 5 times on Chuckle Sandwich.
yeah, I'm sure you have.
Why is every New Yorker so depressed? And it's not because of how expensive it is to live in a cardboard box in New York City.
Okay.
It's because the light at the end of the tunnel is fucking New Jersey. I have never been in this state and thought I would like to be here any longer than I've already been. They have a TV show. They're most known for a TV show that just sells degeneracy to kids. And honestly, I think it's reprehensible.
They got Atlantic City.
I do love gambling, though. So maybe B. No, I'm kidding. D, E, F.
And also, I'll tell you one thing. The worst rainforest cafe that I ever went to
Was it in New Jersey?
was in Edison, New Jersey.
Woo!
It was in a mall in Edison, New Jersey. It was in absolute disrepair. It was the most pathetic looking rainforest cafe
Damn.
I have ever been to. Sorry, New
That
Jersey.
makes me so happy.
It's where my dad is from, but
and-
honestly,
Hey, mine too.
he doesn't live there anymore.
They also tried to sell this rumor. Like, they tried to claim New York pizza. They're just like, no,
Yeah.
the pizza's better in New Jersey. What the fuck do you mean?
Yeah.
Fuck you for even thinking that. Also, fuck Thomas Edison. Fuck you.
Yeah. You stole shit from
Fuck
Nikola
Thomas
Tesla.
Edison.
Fuck you,
Fuck
Thomas Edison.
Edison.
Fuck you, Edison. Okay? Fuck you.
I'm eating oatmeal squares.
You like film? You like lights? Shut the fuck up, man. Who do you think you are? Stay dead. Rot in your grave.
Indiana.
Great people there. Great people.
I don't really have anything particular to say about Indiana. I've got nothing.
They got Indianapolis, which is a very nice place. B.
Race cars.
B.
Yep. Yeah.
B.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Cheap.
Virginia.
Good people.
Virginia.
Virginia.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah. No.
Nah.
No. Nah, not feeling that.
Sorry.
E.
What?
Ted doesn't even care enough about you people to put up a fight.
I mean, why would I even fight?
Ted's
I agree with you.
holding back his energy for some up and coming states.
Yeah, I'm building up my forces. I'm getting my wood and stone.
Okay.
What about West Virginia?
F.
Ted's out. Okay, what about Minnesota?
D.
Tucker got pulled over.
Oh yeah, first speeding ticket.
We were driving along in Minnesota. The road trip had just kind of started, and we were driving along and stuff, and we didn't notice a Minnesota state trooper because their state trooper cars there are maroon.
Well, also we were it was like 2 lanes, and it was all 18-wheelers in the right lane. So you're just in the left lane passing them.
Yeah.
And
just tearing it.
There's a cop car between 2 of them. And as I'm passing him, I just like look over and he looks at me.
Well, here's the thing. We made a choice there, a very important choice. So we were passing the car, and then as we are like parallel to this state trooper going like, I don't know, we must have been going like 88 miles per hour or something like that, which is like, I don't know, like it's like 17 over, and generally the rule of thumb is for you kids out there is like 10 over if you want to be going
9
where everyone is going
realistically.
And so what we ended up doing is we looked over, and I think our social anxiety took over because we knew what position we were in. So Tucker was like, I don't know what to do. So I was like, I guess just pass him. But in reality, what we should have done is just slowly slowed down and gotten behind the cop car, because the moment that we passed him, he was like, well, they're definitely going too fast.
We should have just stayed parallel for as long as we possibly could have.
Yeah, we should have. But like the moment it was like Tucker passed in front of him and then got in the right lane, so we were in front of him, and then he just flipped his lights on. We were like, well, fuck,
man,
great.
That probably put a damper on the beginning of the trip too.
It was kind of exciting,
it wasn't
actually.
That bad. Yeah, honestly, it made it a little interesting because it was like,
oh, okay,
yeah, and we didn't really have to deal with the price of the ticket for like a while later.
Yeah, they don't post that shit for like a month, which is actually kind of annoying.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, what about Washington State?
Olympus? I don't know.
Olympic National Park?
No, Olympus.
No, it's
Isn't
Olympic
that the
National
capital
Park.
city?
No, I know.
That's the
Olympus
only,
is the capital city of Washington.
He said Olympus.
Oh,
Olympus.
Olympus
Mons.
Mons.
Is that what it is?
What's the tallest mountain in the solar system?
On Mars, yeah.
Yeah, Olympus
That's on
Mons.
Mars. That's a different state.
Oh,
I believe that Olympic National Park, though, is the like only rainforest or
yeah,
is the
it's only rainforest in
the
North America.
Yeah,
Or maybe it's just the United States.
I think it might be in the United States because I think there's some in Vancouver. But Western or Eastern Washington sucks. It is so boring. It is just fucking terrible land to drive through.
Rate it. I've never been up there. Rate it, and let's get on.
I got a wallet I used for a long time in Pike's Place in Seattle. I'm well traveled. Can you tell?
Yeah.
Can you tell? You're so sick of this list, aren't you?
Let's go in C tier.
Okay.
Tennessee.
By the way, guys, just so you know, when Schlatt gets frustrated here that this is taking so long, it's because he hates America. So what's the next state, Tucker?
We're gonna
what? What do you mean? I thought that was fair game.
We're going to get to that in 1 second.
Well, you're just busy. So Schlatt hates America. He doesn't like it, and that's why he's complaining so much. What? I'm sorry, man. I can't understand what you're saying. Tucker, let's go on to the next state.
Yeah, let's talk about how about Alaska?
He's chewing for his life. He's chewing for his absolute life so he can say something.
If you want to leave him behind, you better start talking about the next state.
He's chewing you're chewing like a fucking gerbil, man. What the fuck?
Stop.
You're chewing like fucking Mochi and Fern right now. Dude.
I do not hate America. I love America.
Yeah, okay.
And that's all I'll say.
Okay, what's the
Hey,
next
girl,
one, Tucker?
you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. S tier state. Love Tennessee.
Ted, do you concur?
Yeah, Nashville's cool.
I was there for Pay Money Wubby's Price is Right stream, and nobody Nobody was from Tennessee. I don't know why the fuck they did it there, but I was introduced to the beautiful city of Nashville and the Nashville Zoo. I had a great time. S.
What about Rhode Island?
Oh, Rhode Island.
Oh.
Right, because that was a state. I almost forgot because I couldn't see it because it's so tiny. Because it's a little tiny state. Little tiny state. Little tiny baby state.
Terrible. Terrible.
We could crush you with the military might of Massachusetts, and that's not even saying something. Yeah, I mean, like
state.
E.
F-tier.
I don't know what's in Rhode Island.
E,
I don't even know what the capital is.
maybe.
I don't even know if
D
they're big enough
tops.
to have a capital.
Providence.
It's like a
I
town.
don't think they do. I don't think they have one.
All right, next.
Wyoming.
Wyoming. Why is it not at fucking E as well? Well, actually, they have Yellowstone though.
They do.
Yellowstone's pretty cool, but Yellowstone gets
Montana
old.
better.
But
Montana
wait,
better.
Yellowstone also has a fucking super volcano. F.
Yeah, that could kill us all. That won't
It
be
could
good.
kill us off. We don't want that. All right, next.
Alaska.
Alaska. You know, we get troops over there. We protect ourselves from Russia if they were ever as capable as they were in fucking Cold War.
Juneau looks like a very beautiful city. I'd love to go there one day. B.
What about Hawaii, the other outlier?
So far away. So far away.
But it is where Pearl Harbor happened. And if you did care about America, then you would put it high.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. B for bomb. Bombed.
Washington, D.C.
What the
That
fuck?
one doesn't get to play.
There's no star on the flag for
That one doesn't get to
fuck
play.
outta here. Get the fuck out
What
of
about
It's like the kid you're leaving out again. Recess.
what about
Kickball.
Maine?
Maine? It's where Ethan Nestor's from. We like Ethan Nestor.
I think
Big fan of Maine.
S tier.
Big fan of Maine.
Oh, you got Bar Harbor.
Beautiful.
You got Acadia National Park. Beautiful.
You
You've got Cadillac Mountain.
Excuse me, what does my hat say? You got
Bark
Bark
Harbor.
Harbor, bitch. Bark
Nice.
Harbor.
I would put Maine at an S tier.
I'd put
Like
it at an S.
there's Cadillac Mountain, where if you go there really early in the morning. I told this to Tucker
Yep.
because he had his honeymoon in Acadia, and
Yep.
I was like, you got to go to fucking Cadillac Mountain at like 4 a.m. because it's the first. You see the sunrise there. It's the first place that the light hits in the United States.
We did that shit. And it was fucking foggy, and you couldn't see 2 feet in front of you. And I wound up paying to go to the top of Cadillac Mountain, and I couldn't see 2 feet in front of me.
Yeah, I saw the sunrise
Which
every day
sucked.
for 4 years. I don't really give a shit anymore.
But still beautiful. S tier.
I'll tell you one thing. I feel like it's funny. A lot of these states, I have an experience with them that is positive, and you have attempted to get that same experience, like with Montana, like going there, and like it's ended in disaster somehow.
Yeah.
All right.
New York.
It's the city of milk. State
What
of
the
milk.
fuck
City
are
of
you
milk.
talking about? This
Well,
city of
New York
milk?
City, city of milk. New York, take the one train down to Rector Street for some milk, baby. My Frank
It is.
Sinatra.
It is no.
Okay.
It is no secret
Okay.
that I am not the biggest fan of New York City.
Mm.
But that is often what everybody thinks of when they think of New York. And there is so much beauty in the culture and the people and the landscape of everywhere else in New York that is not New York City. You go 5 minutes northwest of New York City, and it is some of the most beautiful land you'll ever see. The nicest people. Somehow there's always...
You're talking about Yonkers right now, right?
Yeah, Yonkers. There's always like dilapidated buildings in upstate New York. We talked
Yeah.
about this last time.
Yeah, we did.
Somehow
The
there's always
dude.
just a dilapidation, but it's charming, you know?
It's a charming dilapidation. The junkyards that are somehow there for a purpose. The weird random fucking like race car tracks where they're doing like buggy races or something. I passed
Love
that
that.
every time I would commute
Love
to
that,
Ithaca.
man. The Catskill Mountains are beautiful, and all the small towns that are nestled within all the little valleys of the Catskills are also beautiful.
You got some stake in Niagara Falls too.
You do. You
New York
definitely
side
do.
is not as good, that's for sure, but you
No.
do have some. So if we wanted to take Niagara Falls for ourselves, then we could.
Totally could.
We
also,
could annex Niagara Falls.
Also, The lake effect snow of Buffalo, New York. Wow.
Wow.
Those fuckers get a lot of snow. That's something beautiful.
The Finger Lakes.
The Finger Lakes. Yeah. The Erie Canal. The Erie
Okay.
Canal.
I've never seen anyone get so excited over a canal. This is great.
The Erie Canal.
Wow. I would put it at A.
15 miles on the Erie Canal.
All right. The last two.
Wait, we didn't rank it.
I said A.
You said A? Why'd you say A? This is obviously S here.
No, because you've got Utica.
I'm sorry? What?
You've got
Syracuse.
Utica.
See, Utica is when you go too deep into upstate New York, and it really just starts sucking. But there's a sweet spot you can hit, and you know it. You know that it can be S. You know it can be S. Give me S tier on this.
Are you willing to
You know
move
what?
New
I'll
Hampshire?
give you S for one reason, and one reason only. Okay? And I want the listeners out there to hear that. I'm going to give New York an S for one thing, and Tucker knows what I'm about to say. It starts with a W, and it's called Wegmans.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's
like a
right,
gas
New Yorkers.
station?
You heard me. Wegmans.
I don't know what Wegmans is. What is
It's
it?
a grocery store.
Oh, damn it.
What? I'm sorry. I didn't. He didn't want the secret to get lost.
Yes. I love S tier. I love New York. I'm proud to be a New Yorker. Fuck New York City, though. You fucking scum of the earth who live there.
Are you guys ready to duke it out?
I want to move to New York City. I think it's so quirky. I love New York. Fuck you.
Okay, let's do this. You ready? It's a final
I'm ready.
countdown.
Hold on.
Do I have to? Am I stop speaking now? What's happening? You're chewing something. Huh? What's going on? Okay.
All right, let's go.
All right. Which one should we do first, Tucker? You get to choose.
California.
You'll
I
be the
think you should
mediator
do
for
them
this,
at
'cause
the
this is-
same exact time.
No, that's
What?
a bad idea.
No, terrible idea.
People aren't going to want to listen to that. Which one do we do?
Okay, do Texas first.
All right.
Let's do California first.
No. Tucker, the word of Tucker is true, and the word of Tucker.
Okay.
Of course you'd want to do that first. Okay. So, I think...
Well, we just did my state. We just did New York. New York's my state. Let's do yours.
It's not my state.
Yes, it is.
I just live there.
You're there right now. This is your state.
I gave you the joy and the service of putting New York as an S after I put my home state at an A, and you are trying to think that you have the upper hand here on what goes first. We're talking about Texas. Now, my first gripe with Texas, Schlatt is always complaining about it. Why is that? Because it sucks big cock and sucks big dick. Okay? They have their own personal little power grid, but it's failing all the time. Ted Cruz is leaving to go to Cancun, and his daughter hates his guts, and he's the senator. And what else? No, remember the Alamo? Nobody remembers what it's even for, not even Schlatt, because he lives there. What else do we got here? Fucking, I don't know. When you're traveling across fucking western Texas along to try to get further into the state, there's one highway, and then it drops from 75 miles per hour down to 45 and 100 feet, and you're getting fucking tickets in like 30 seconds. Also, Schlatt got a $10,000 fucking ticket from Texas. They're making people have heart attacks on the daily basis.
Okay, Schlatt, now it's your turn to defend it.
Huh? Oh, you're done?
If the defense has
I'm
nothing
waiting
to
for your-
say,
I'm waiting
then
for your response. Do you have anything to even say?
No.
Oh.
I completely agree with everything you just said.
Okay, Texas F.
okay, since Schlatt didn't rebuttal, he gets the first words on the next state.
All right, here we go.
Why did Ted take off his headphones? Does he not want to participate?
No,
in this?
I'll put it back on. All right, here we go. Let's straight up. It's got to be the performance of a lifetime. It's gonna be epic rap battle of history all of a sudden.
See.
All right. Well, that wraps things up.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's just definitely a C-tier state. Well, that was a bit anticlimactic, Schlatt. What the fuck just happened to you?
What?
Did you just get hit with a radiation ray or something from an alien ship and suddenly became pacified? What the fuck just happened?
No, I agreed with Texas as F, and I think California's C.
Okay, well, thanks for listening to this episode of Chuckle Sandwich.
I mean, you want me to start fucking ranting for a second? Austin lost all of its culture in the past 10 years. Since I moved here, I was here first, and then all these yuppies from California and New York start moving into my city, and Elon Musk starts coming into my city, Austin, Texas. It's lost all its culture. It's not even the live capital of live music anymore. It's fucking developmental level. Everyone lives off of a highway exit, and there's nothing there anymore.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Chuckle Sandwich.
You can
Be sure
leave
to follow
Austin,
us on Twitter,
and you'll go into a
on YouTube, and make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it.
and there's fucking
and if you're
nothing
listening
there,
on Spotify,
and it's
then
all
please
speed
be sure to
traps.
follow the
Cops will
podcast. We
sit
released
at the
episodes on
fucking end
audio
of a-
usually
end of a
on
town
Mondays
and the
then
beginning of a new
videos
speed
on
limit and
Tuesdays.
hide there
Thank you guys so
so
much
that the
for
people who
listening to the
who
podcast.
need time to
Audio
slow
listeners,
down,
love
they
you to
cross
death,
it and they're still
and we'll
going
catch
that
you next
speed,
time.
and then you
Bye-bye.
get a $300 fucking ticket for going 6 miles per hour over the speed limit. It's also brutally hot.